Joining me today, a very favorite player of mine, somebody I've interviewed many times in Kolkata and in different parts of the world, Praggnanandhaa, just winners of the Chess Olympiad, now getting ready for the GCL. He was part of the inaugural season of the Global Chess League as well. Coming to the GCL, why is the GCL refreshing? I mean, franchise format, 6 teams, new format, this time in London. Because last year also, you remember, I had spoken to you about the GCL. Your thoughts on the GCL as a tournament and as a format?
Yeah, it's a very, very exciting format. And especially it coming after Olympiad, where we played as a team for the country, and now we are playing, against our teammate in this league, and with like other country members on your team. So it's a very different tournament, and it's a very exciting one, I must say. Last year I thoroughly enjoyed the event. I think also the fact that I was scoring massively on my board, and I think that was one of my best tournaments last year. So and it's also a very chilled out event. There's only one game per day, but every match is very exciting because every team is equally strong. So, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. I really enjoyed last year. I hope that this year will also provide a lot of excitement for the fans.
A word on your team, Prag, your own team, and how you are looking. I mean, give me a sense of your own team and how the bonding is and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll be playing for SG Alpine Pipers this year. It was SG Alpine Warriors last year, but they have changed the name to Pipers this year. And we have Magnus and myself from the last year's team. But the other four are new players. We have on the 2700 plus board, we have Richard Rapport, who's very strong and so very creative. Someone I'm hoping to discuss some chess with. I really like his style and hoping to learn from him. And we have two very strong women players, Ui Fan, who's youngest world champion, and we have Katrina Lagno, who's known for her rapid and blitz skills. And the junior board is Darda Daniel, who's also very strong and who have shown very good chess in last few years.
So what does a tournament like this do? Because we have seen what impact the IPL has had on cricket. We have seen what the hockey league, which is coming back again. We have now seen there is a kabaddi league in India. Now and the difference is this is a global chess league, being played in different parts of the world, this time in London. What does this do for the sport, Prag? How does this kind of help the sport to grow?
I think it's very important. We have seen in other sports how the league has impacted the sport in a positive way, and I think it's a very good start for chess. We have something very global like this, and for I can talk from player's perspective that it's really good. We are thoroughly enjoying it, and this is obviously very new for chess, and it's I think it's very good seeing that we have so much interest in India. Example, there are so much interest right now, and I think league will just add on to it, and people will be more interested in it, and I really hope it becomes bigger and bigger every year.
So I interviewed Magnus, for example, last year, and he spoke to me that it was also a learning for him because he was playing with you guys in the team and some other Indian players, and he said he learned a lot from it. Have you also learned a lot from these interactions and these practice sessions, etc., with other members from who are in your team?
Yeah, last year I was learning a lot. We were also having a bit of training sessions with I wouldn't say training sessions, mainly training games with Magnus, Arjun, and Gukesh. So we four of us were having some training games, which definitely helps. And also we were discussing a lot of chess during dinners, and I really enjoyed those discussions. And I think, it's just an opportunity to learn from other top players playing in your team. So I just think, because you don't get to discuss with them often, I think league like this brings you that opportunity.
A word on in London this time round, last time in Dubai, to go to these kind of places where there are also strong Indian diasporas. I mean, Praggnanandhaa will be a star in London because there is a huge Indian diaspora. In Dubai also, there is a diaspora. I mean, obviously, Vishwanathan Anand is a global star. Yourself, you are now a star. Arjun is a star. How does that kind of help, and how do you deal with fans also, Prag? And for a league like this to succeed, there is also a kind of engagement between players and fans. So your thoughts on how important it is to cater to these fans and bring them within the fold of the sport?
I think Indian fans are everywhere in the globe.
Give me a sense of Budapest, because Dibyendu showed me the outside after you all won, and there were long queues of people waiting to take photographs and autographs.
Yeah, there were so many spectators, and I could see so many Indian fans waiting for us to come out. And it is really heartwarming to see that. And not just in Budapest, we have been every country. I've seen people, Indian fans are very excited to meet Indian players. And one of my experience was that an Indian fan traveled more than 8 hours on a weekday just to meet us and say hi. So there have been so many such cases, and it's just very heartwarming to see that. And I think it's really important for top players or any celebrity as such to respect the fans, because I think
does it get too much for you? I mean, for example, a Praggnanandhaa interview is important, more in the context of the Olympiad. A Gukesh interview is important, and as a senior journalist, maybe I have access to you. But you have one interview, 2 interviews, 3 interviews. Does it get too much? How do you balance that? I mean, at the same time, if you are rude to someone, people will say, "Hey, Praggnanandhaa was rude to me. He did not give me a photograph." It becomes difficult because once you're a celebrity, to handle stardom is not easy. How do you do that?
Yeah, for sure. It's not easy at all. For me, I just focus on whatever I'm doing. And my father manages everything regarding interviews and all these things. So he knows me very well when I will feel like I'm done with these things. So he schedules them in such a way that when I'm feeling like I'm done, the interviews are done. So that's sorted. And last few days I've been giving a lot of interviews, but obviously it's because we have won the Olympiad, and this won't continue from tomorrow. From tomorrow, it's just about Global Chess League. So, and regarding the fans, sure, I can't meet all the fans who are, for example, who have been there in Budapest, but I try to meet as much as I can. And before the game, I can't really meet the fans because I'm in this zone and I want to go to the game faster and get myself ready. But after the games, I try to meet the fans and spend some 10 minutes or something and sign autographs and take pictures as much as I can. But obviously there are people who have missed who were waiting for me.
No, that is very understandable. Last couple of questions before I let you go. One, when you go to a place like London, there is so much to do. I mean, I've lived in Oxford for several years and taught there and studied there and did my PhD there. So I can tell you from experience, it is one of the kind of cities where you have so much food, you have culture, you have sport, you have many other things. What are the other things that Praggnanandhaa does when he's on a tour like this? Anything that in particular interests you, that you are looking forward, that alongside your chess you want to do something culturally, you want to go and experience something, any sport, any other sport, or any other kind of thing, a theater, a play, shopping, or whatever?
I'm not a guy who likes shopping for sure, and also not someone who particularly enjoys going around cities. But I do like playing sports, and we'll see in London. I don't really have a plan. I just want to focus on the event and do well in that. Do contribute for my team, and that's all in my mind for London. I don't really pay attention to the city. For me, it would have been the same if it was in Dubai or somewhere else as in London. So for me, everything is same.
Final question. Are there any particular players, Prag, that you want to play against? Because now you've beaten Magnus multiple times. You are there in that zone of the world's best. People call you, you're one of the people talk about as maybe the next great or world champion or whatever it is. Are there any players that kind of sort of spur you on, that you want to excel against these particular players, or any one match that you look forward to, that, oh, you know what, this is one match that gets me going more? Anything like that in the GCL?
In the GCL, I have only opportunity to play 5 players. So I think in my board I would like to face Arjun, because he has been in a brilliant form last 6 months. So we have played a match in World Cup last year, but it's been 1 year, and he's also improved and I have also improved. So I would like to play against him and see how he's actually playing. So it'll be very exciting to play.
I let you go there, Prag. All the very best with the GCL, and keep making us proud, and hopefully we will continue to celebrate you going forward. Thank you very, very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.